And here we go with live ball, dead ball. And I think our first screen is going to tell us probably the most important thing is that we need to remember that players can only play with a live ball. If the ball's dead, technically they can't touch it. So here we are when the ball leaves the official's hand on an initial jump. And at that point, whether it's touched legally or illegally, it was live. When the ball is handed to a thrower for a free throw or a throw in, or bounced to them and they've caught it and is holding the ball. And the third point, when it's at the disposal of a thrower because it came out of the net and the player's ignoring the ball, or it's been placed on the floor by an official who then starts a 5-second or 10-second count. So those are the only live balls. And here we are, a free throw shooter has a live ball. James Ross from Norbo throwing the ball up to start a championship game and the ball being handed to a player for a throw-in. Those are the three moments that the ball becomes live. We do not ignore the act of shooting or a ball in flight on a try when a defensive foul occurs. The whistle sounded, but the ball, for purposes of the try, the act of shooting, the airborne shooter, and the ball in the air, the ball itself remains live. The whistle tells us all other action becomes dead except the ball in flight and the airborne shooter. When is the ball at the disposal? If we bounce it to a player, it means they have clearly and cleanly caught the ball. We hand it to a player, they're holding it. After a team scores, the opponent is given a chance to gain control of the ball, step out of bounds, and prepare the throw-in before we start a 5-second count. When a ball is at the disposal of a team, it's a live ball, and the count should begin. We talked about putting the ball on the floor at the free throw line, putting the ball on the floor out of bounds, or if Team A has scored and Team B is ignoring the throw-in, you can start your count because you believe they should have played the ball already. If the ball's not live, it must be and always is a dead ball. What does that mean? We walk in the gym 15 minutes before the game, the ball's dead. We're observing warm-ups, the ball's dead. We get the teams on the floor to throw the ball up, the ball's dead. The ball leaves the tosses and, oh, we have a live ball. And for the next 32 minutes of basketball time and maybe a few seconds, the ball's going to be live. But we're in the gym for an hour and 30 minutes, 15 minutes of warm-up, 10 minutes of halftime, minutes between second, third and fourth quarters, whatever. The ball's dead. So 32 minutes of live ball time and an hour and 15 minutes of dead ball time, which one becomes very important to officiate? Fundamental 16. Basketball fundamentals are wonderful things. If you have an idea about them, they're great. The official's whistle seldom causes the ball to become dead. It's already dead. What does that mean? It means that Lee Sanders was the lead official, and he's got a player driving the baseline who starts a dribble, picks up that pivot foot before they release the ball. And Lee says in his mind, that's a travel. The ball's now dead. His whistle blows. The ball was already dead. There's one exception to that that really makes a difference called the inadvertent whistle. Gosh, we don't want those. Sometimes we're forced to have them. We have a whistle, the ball became dead. Get into dead ball mode. What does that mean? First question always, where's the ball? Where is it when you blew the whistle? Where is it going to be next? Who did what? Lee had a whistle down in the front end. At lead, I'm out here at trail. He's going to communicate with me, but in the meantime, I need to know where the ball was, and I got to start looking for information as to who did what. What does the clock say? Whistle sounds, everybody should be glancing at the clock. Did it stop? Where is it when it stopped? So that we know what to do. And last but not least, if you blew the whistle or your partner did, the information comes out. Why did I blow the whistle? Travel, double dribble, foul, end of period. What happened so we know what to do next? A ball becomes dead or remains dead on a made goal. Ball goes into the net, stays there, or comes all the way through. The ball is dead until the next opportunity. A violation occurs, out of bounds, double dribble, traveling. after free throws, which will be followed by a free throw or a throw-in, and when time expires to end the period, with the exception of the try in flight for that ball. So keep that idea in mind. When the change of status occurs from a live ball to dead ball, that critical officiating moment, don't stop refereeing when the whistle blows. Officiating the dead ball, even more important than the live ball. If you think about it, what are you going to do? The ball becomes dead. The whistle has sounded. Don't narrow your vision, open your vision. See as much as you can see. Don't be surprised about what's going to happen next. If you're looking at players, you'll be prepared for what could possibly happen next. The ball does not become dead when the whistle sounds on a tap or try until the airborne shooter returns to the floor or the tap or the try ends. Those are the exceptions to the whistle making the ball become dead. Very important exceptions. Really important if you have a horn involved. The continuous motion, a foul committed by the defense after the act of shooting begins, does not cause the ball to become dead. Really important point here. You can ignore dead ball contact if it's not intentional, flagrant, or technical. We're on the court 15 minutes before the game, hour and 10-minute game time, a minute to get off the court after the game. We're talking about an hour and 26, 28 minutes, and the ball's going to be live for about 32 minutes and 3 seconds. So 2/3 of the time we're on the floor, the ball's dead, and it's really important to know when it becomes live, when it becomes dead again, during those time periods. Important points to close this out about live ball, dead ball. You have to know when that moment changes, when the ball goes from live to dead, and what you will do during that dead ball period, and then when it goes from dead to live again, and that changes instantaneously. But it's really important that we recognize the ball was live, something happened that caused it to become dead, something else now has to happen to make it live again.